The Frank Haith Show, brought to you by Don Thornton Cadillac, Pepsi, River Spirit, TTCU, the credit union, and St. Francis Health System. And now your host, Bruce Howard.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Frank Haith Show. I'm Bruce Howard, joined by the head basketball coach at the University of Tulsa, Frank Haith. And hey, it's on. American Athletic Conference play started this past week. What a week it was. On the road, tough game at Houston, and then a thrilling end and a victory against South Florida.
Yeah, the league really put us right into the mix there. You know, a Houston team that one of the best teams in the country. I mean, they're still undefeated and in their building. And then we came back, played a much improved South Florida team. I thought our guys, that game was back and forth, and they had won 7 games in a row. So right. You're taking on 2 teams who were on winning streaks that felt real good about going into conference play.
So Tulsa 1-1, approaching another very busy week in the American. Next up is Tulsa taking on the Houston Cougars in Houston when the Frank Haith Show continues. As we welcome you back to the Frank Haith Show, Coach, you flip the page, don't you? Get ready for American Athletic Conference play and a very difficult game at Houston to start off with.
Yeah, and you talk about a team that plays a certain style that's very tough, very physical, and experienced. Their backcourt with Brooks and Davis is outstanding. We knew it was going to be a tremendous challenge for us.
And they've won 26 in a row at home, and of course a lot of those games were last year at Texas Southern as they were creating their new arena. And now they do have the new arena, the Fertitta Center, and so we have our first chance to take a look at the brand new arena for the University of Houston. And the Cougars obviously have played very well at home this year, as well as we take a look at highlights, Coach. And your team wasn't daunted by the new place. Obviously it's a nice arena, but you just go play ball, right?
Yeah, and I thought we for the most part, Bruce, we competed very well in this ball game. There's a couple things, we started this game, DeQuan hits 2 threes right here, and we get off to a 6-0 lead, and and it was back and forth there in the first half. They kind of got away from us towards the end of the first half, but you see us having good ball movement, and there again, DeQuan getting a wide open 3.
And you're playing great defense at this point.
Yeah, I think they missed their first 10 shots, and our defense was really on point, particularly started this ball game.
And that's one of their early baskets by one of their younger players, DeJon Jarreau.
Yeah, he's actually, a kid to transfer from UMass after a sit-out year, but a very talented player.
Martin Zigbanu had a great game, 27 against Houston last year in Houston, and he starts off there with a nice bucket for you.
Yeah, and they, we had to move him around a little bit because they were doubling teaming him, but he still ended up with 18 and had a really good game.
Lawson Carita will make a basket for you here, and boy, he's been the master of the back cut, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that's just good ball movement there, and good execution, and nice cut, and great pass.
And again, another good pass, but a nice finish by Jariah Horn. Jariah continues to give you really good minutes, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And, that was good execution off the pick and roll. Basically that's what our spread pick and roll is, that ball screen action with some action going on the outside.
And a basket coming up here for Houston. Again, they've got some assassins out there. I mean, these guys, if you're not right in their face, and even when you're in their face, they hit some shots, huh?
Yeah, and we did really a good job on Brooks. And he's a guy who's averaging, a lot of points for them, and I thought we did a really good job on him.
Chris Barnes gave you good first half minutes, didn't he?
He did. He came in the game, made a couple nice pull-ups. There he is off the, it was back-to-back, another pull-up, and that's about his range. He's a really good shooter from there.
Yeah, that knocks the lead down to 6, so you're certainly within contact of this Houston team. Houston would extend the lead a little bit before halftime.
Well, we're still holding them down. They're 26, 20, they had 28 or 3, 29 points, but good inside out. We talked about how they were doubling Martins, and nice find Sterling there on the perimeter.
And they end up going on a 7-2 run to end the half, so they're up by 11, but still in pretty good shape. What are you thinking at halftime? Obviously, you got to shoot better.
Yeah, we do. But the thing is, we were defending. I mean, they shot 32%. Now they were getting some. I think they got some bench points, second shot points, and nine of those. So we knew that was going to be the key, us keeping them off the glass.
Yeah, they're so aggressive, and they hit the boards so hard, and it was hard to keep them off the glass because they crashed so many people. But you got to do the best you can, obviously, here early in the second half. Martin Zigbanu, not to be denied.
No, again, just stand with it, and good finish, get an and one there. Early in the second half, we're still right there within striking distance.
Absolutely. The free throw would make it a 10-point game at that point. You see now Houston's up by 13, but there's Martins again.
Yeah, I just thought we competed. We kept fighting, and it's a really good pass here by DeQuan. And that, you know, we talked about this, the more we can have DeQuan feeding Martins, it became one-on-one in the post because they weren't able to double that. So we wanted that to happen a lot.
Here's another scramble play where you come up with the loose ball, and as it happens so often on those situations, you end up with a three.
Yeah, and just good ball movement, you know, good shot, great shot mentality. You know, again, we're still within striking distance. This cut it back down to within single digits again.
Yeah, really nice break for the Golden Hurricane as you cut the lead back down to 9. But this Houston team continued to make shots and play tough defense against you. Another good drive inside there by Elijah Joyner.
Yeah, just really tough, strong physical drive. You know, nice play there by Darian and hesitating, not forcing the action and finding Martins later.
And again, cutting that lead down to 9 and 11, and a situation where you continued to battle, but Houston just kind of slowly inched away from you at the end of the game.
They did. They made shots. I mean, Corey Davis was outstanding in some of his plays he made. You know, we ran at him. He made some shots, but I thought for the most part we did a good job on them other guys, and you know, we still battled for 40 minutes. I thought we competed.
Good to see Zeke Moore get a basket there at the end of the game, huh?
Yeah, it was. See him driving in there, competing.
There you see it. Houston wins the game 74-56. And again, shooting, one of the issues for the Hurricane. Did not shoot it well, but you really held Houston down. I think they only shot about 35.7%, so your defense was sound.
It was, and you look at second chance points we gave up, but also points off turnovers. I think they had 16 points off our turnovers, and we missed 11 free throws. You know, when you beat a team, you have to beat it. To beat a team that good, you have to take care of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Hurricane losing in Houston, but remember, TU will get a chance to host Houston a little bit later on in the season. Up next is the American Athletic Conference home opener for the Hurricane as TU entertains USF at the Reynolds Center. Highlights coming up next. We're back on the Frank Haith Show, and after the Houston contest, you come back home and you've got a difficult date against a USF team that's not your grandpa's USF, right? I mean, they're a team that really has gotten better, aren't they?
They won 7 in a row, and they just beat a UConn team for the first time in a long time. And they got really good guards. They recruited some nice bigs. It's amazing. We go Houston, South Florida, and now we got Cincinnati coming up. Best rebounding teams in the league, some of the best rebounding teams in the country, and that's one of the things we got to get better at.
Yeah, they certainly crashed the boards. If you know, you watched the Houston game and saw how much they crashed the boards and went up over the top, you'll see the same thing in this game as well if you take a look at it. USF and Tulsa as the Hurricane getting ready, hoping to extend a 14-game home winning streak. And here in the early going, this is a positive thing, certainly, is to get Sterling Taplin going early.
Yeah, and we're working with Martins. That's a really good pass, Martins. We think he can get a lot more assists. When people swarm to the ball like that, kick it out sometimes, and that was a good play by him.
And there's Sterling Taplin with a drive and the little fadeaway, so he scores your first 5.
Yeah, he was in attack mode right from the start. And again, a paint touch, playing inside out. Those are really, really good shots for it.
Lawson Carita makes it 10-4. Golden Hurricane with the lead. USF cuts into it and then takes the lead over the Golden Hurricane 12-10 on that basket.
Yeah, a little bit too much by Dry on that pinch, on that kick out 3. But again, there's Dry attacking on the low post and getting a post up and 1.
He's very confident once he gets the ball almost in any place, but certainly here he has the confidence to be able to make a play, right?
Well, I think Dry he can score inside out, and I've urged him to be more aggressive off the bounce too, because we need him to get to free throw lines. He's a really good free throw shooter.
There you see the score tied at 18, and a nice pass by Lawson Carita. And Martin Zigbanu had a couple bunnies that he missed. It was good to see him getting going on that play.
Right, but moving on the drive, finding an open area, and this is a real tough shot by DeQuan, a little floater going to the baseline. But we ran some stuff for him at the end of the half to try to get in the ball. Nice high-low pass there. Martin's off a side out of bounds play.
And the Hurricane with the lead at that point, 26-20. Cross-court pass here goes to Curran Scott, who made a very nice play.
Yeah, attacking closeouts. A nice skip pass, and then he takes that thing, rip drives it, and plays off 2 feet.
Saw the floater moments ago for Daquan. Here's another one on the other side.
Yeah, just rip drive, and he's really worked hard on that shot.
Daquan would have 20 points in the ball game to lead the team. This would be another basket for him as he finger rolls it in for you.
Yeah, another ISO play. We tried to clear out a side for him, and he went and finished it. And you can see the numbers there. We shot the ball pretty well. We didn't miss free throw. I think we were 10 for 10 from the free throw line. And we knew we had to shore up our defense there in the second half.
No doubt, and you had a lead as large as 10 in the first half. They whittled it down to 5 at halftime, and really, I think at half you have to feel pretty good about the way your team has played. Now you got to come out and close the deal, right?
Yeah, you got to rebound the ball, and that was the big thing. At the end of the day, they ended up shooting 23 more shots, but that was the thing, we got to rebound the ball.
So the Hurricane and USF here in the early second half, you get it down deep. Anytime you get it there, usually good things happen, right?
Play inside out. We just talked about that at the beginning segment with Martin. When he feels swarm, he can get more assists, finding guys on the perimeter. Nice pass for him.
And the Hurricane up by 8 at that point. And again, there's Martin Zigbanu with a nice backdoor cut again, the cut by Lawson Carita.
Martin's ended up with 3 assists this game. That's a good pass, good cut, moving on the drive, post up, excuse me.
Daquan Jeffries releases that one for you.
Right at the end of the shot clock, good squeeze there by Elijah and pass, and Daquan knocks it down.
And that's when they had cut the lead down to 1, and now the Hurricane trying to reestablish that lead up by 2. And it's
nice
Jeriah
touch.
Horn.
Yeah, really nice touch by Jeriah. Inside pivot, call it the Sigma, and just raise up on him.
Here's some defense for you that ends up with some offense. Nice look.
Yeah, good battle by Jeriah in there in the block out, and obviously a good pass ahead by Kern and finished by Quan.
Did you guys figure out how far away he jumped? What was he, about 11, 12 feet away maybe? Just inside the free throw line?
Yeah, Quan's a really good athlete, and he was in the finish mode.
No doubt, and that play helped to extend the lead, and this one does even further. And again, it's that inside out, huh?
Yeah, and good ball movement. They went to the zone for one possession, and we ended up making a 3, and good execution.
Martin's nice move.
Nice step through, yeah.
Such great patience, huh?
Real good footwork there, and finished with his left hand.
Okay, so now you're up 9, and you have had control of the game quite a bit, and this gets you up by 8 on the three-pointer by Curran Scott.
Yeah, and 1:23 left. Nice play, into the shot clock, good pass. But this is where we struggled. We had 2 turnovers, loud ball turnovers right here, and they finished with buckets. Elijah had 1 prior to this one, and obviously you don't want to throw the ball back towards your basket. We had 2 timeouts. Our guys knew that. We just got to execute a little bit better.
Yeah, that cut it down to 1, and Sterling Taplin gets fouled. He makes both of these free throws to make it 75-72. And now you'll see USF will take it out of bounds, and then they'll call a timeout. So here's the final play of regulation for them offensively.
Yeah, and obviously we don't want it. 2 doesn't hurt us, and we absolutely did not handle that well either. And we want to stay out on the perimeter and not really go for guys driving to the basket.
So that ties it at 75 with 4.4 seconds to go. And here's your final play of the ball game. Terrific.
Great execution. Obviously the play was either going to be Tap or Kern. We just put Kern back in the game, and we had him coming on a baseline cross screen action, and we were going to give it back to Tap and let him go make a play and what was best for our team, and he found Kern. That was it. And obviously Kern knocks it down. And
you work on those plays. I mean, I see you in practice. You'll put 5 seconds on the clock and say, this is the play, or 7 or 8. You have different plays for different times.
We do.
Sequences, right?
We do. Whatever it's 5 seconds, we got certain plays we run. We say what we need. We need a 2, we need a 3. And late game executions, you practice those every day, and we play 4-minute games, and it was good to see a veteran team make plays down the stretch to win a game.
That was executed about what you wanted, right? Almost perfectly.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and Tap made the right decision. I mean, he was either going to try to get to the rim or he's going to find Kern, and obviously, like I said, Kern was able to get his feet set and knock that baby down. Well,
you saw Daquan Jeffries with 20 to lead the way. Martin Zigbanu and Sterling Taplin both had 15. A good win, certainly, and as you sometimes say, it's good to learn from winning, and you can make those corrections and go on, right?
Yeah, no question. I thought our guys competed their butts off, and it was a great win for us.
Absolutely. Now the Hurricane getting ready for a home matchup against Cincinnati. Talk about that later on the Frank Haith Show.
Great win! So there's a lot we can learn from this game right down the stretch in terms of
We have a timeout. I mean, we had some really costly turnovers there down the stretch. But we got to learn from it. We got to get better. Okay, we got to get better. But way to hang in there. Way to battle. I mean, they're an athletic team. They already beat UConn. They're going to win a lot of games. But way to battle on the glass. We got some tough rebounds. Great execution there at the end. Making the pass. Made a couple nice passes down the stretch. Great job. Okay. So let's enjoy this win. We got another big one on Thursday, okay? League wins are, I mean, you got to embrace them and enjoy because they're hard to come by. Yes, conference wins are hard to come by. Yes, hell of a job. Enjoy it, and let's get after it again.
4.4 seconds to go. Taplin will inbound the ball. He will probably get the pass and then get a return pass quickly. He passes it. He gets it back. He drives to the right. 2 seconds to go. Into the right corner. Shot at the buzzer. Good! By Curran Scott in the right corner. Scott hit a three-pointer in the right corner at the buzzer.
Back on the Frank Haith Show on our feature segment, it is, well, we're asking the players, what's your go-to dance move? And Coach, do you have one?
I don't dance much anymore. I can do some line dances, you know, at the weddings and things, but my family dances. My daughter's a really good dancer, my son dances, and my wife can dance. So, but for me, I don't have one.
All right, well, let's check it out with the players now. What is your go-to dance move on 60 Seconds With?
Hey. Hey, teach me how to do it, hey. They be like, Smooth, what? Can you teach me how to do it? You know why? Cause all the girls love me.
My go-to dance move is probably YG, do your dance.
I don't dance, not at all.
I think I have a go-to dance move. My favorite is probably the block boy dance, the shoot. It's my go-to.
I guess I would just like bump right into it, you know, but I don't really dance, so nah, not at all, not at all. Nah, I don't do that.
My favorite dance move is the wall.
Going dancing, my go-to dance move probably be hit them folk. Probably my go-to. Yeah.
My go-to dancing is probably the shoot.
My go-to dance move. My go-to dance move. Busting out the stinky leg. Probably gonna bust out the stinky leg. You wanna see it? Do the stinky leg. Oh, you can't see the stinky leg? My go-to dance move would be, well, just because you can do that to just about anything, as long as you can keep on beat, I guess. Well, shoot, just imagine me doing a stinky leg.
Well, when music comes on, my go-to dance move is probably just the shoulder shake, the arms move. I don't really got a go-to dance move. Music comes on, what's my go-to dance move? Probably something like, let's go. Yeah.
Teach me how to duck, teach me how to duck, teach me how to duck, teach me how to duck.
Everybody love me, everybody love me, everybody love me. You ain't messing with my duck.
Welcome back to the Frank Haith Show. The Golden Hurricane playing host to Cincinnati on Thursday. Remember, that's a 6 o'clock start, and then TU is on the road in Dallas against SMU on Saturday. This is a really early, tough schedule, isn't it?
It is. When you look at it, the front nine, real tough. And we play 3 teams that really rebound, really long, really athletic, back to back to back. So, but this Cincinnati team's coming off a tough loss at East Carolina, so we know they'll be at their very best when they come in here on Thursday. Very gifted team, really good backcourt, obviously tough-minded. So we know it's going to be a tremendous challenge for us.
But I think it's good that you've gone against physical teams leading up to it. Helps you prepare, doesn't it?
No question, and we know what to expect with Cincinnati in terms of how they play and how they compete.
All right, 6 o'clock Thursday. We'll see you at the Reynolds Center. And next week, of course, right here on The Frank Haith Show.
The Frank Haith Show, brought to you by Don Thornton Cadillac, Pepsi, River Spirit, TTCU, The Credit Union, and St. Francis Health System. The Frank Haith Show has been a presentation of Golden Hurricane Sports Properties and a Kane Vision production.